Hello and welcome to the Lifeline of 200 PRV. My name is Heather Pratt. I am a Scentsy director in Northwest Arkansas, and I'm so excited you could join me today for this little training. I have a passion to see Scentsy consultants getting 200 PRV as often as is completely possible. And first up, I want to show you all kind of the power of getting that 200, the difference it makes financially in doing only what's required, the minimum required by Scentsy standards, or pushing yourself a little bit more to go all the way up to maybe getting 200 PRV every single calendar month. And I'm also going to give you kind of what I think is some simple steps to achieving that goal. I even went so far as to do some slides. I went big time this time, y'all. And I'm excited to show you that. Go. All right, I got my little Chewy back here behind me giving me some moral support, because this is like way outside of my comfort zone, and just, you know, straight up real life, like all of the other stuff is like shoved different directions so you can't see it. You know, who else does that? Come on now. All right, Lifeline to 200 PRV, the why and the how for anyone and everyone to get 200 PRV on a regular basis. First slide, the power of 200 PRV. We all start as an essential consultant, and as an essential consultant, we are earning 20% commissions on all of our sales. So that means for every 200 PRV that you earn or that you sell, however you want to phrase it, you're going to get $40. Okay, not too bad. Good place to start. Once you have 1,000 in lifetime PRV, for some people that happens super quick within the first month. Other people, it takes a little bit longer. It doesn't have to happen in a month, or there's no time limit on it. It's just a lifetime cumulative amount. But once you hit 1,000 there, you get your first promotion to certified consultant. And with that promotion, you get an increase in your commission up to 25%. It will never drop below 25%. So you are stuck at 25% for life unless you team build, and then you are eligible for bonuses, or you have 1 month where there's 2,000 PRV. But that's a whole other conversation, because this is kind of for everybody in the beginning of their business, or those of you who want to be hobbyists, but maybe you want a little bit more than just the minimum required, or maybe you just never realized the power of that 200 PRV. Anywho, as a certified consultant, every 200 PRV you get, that's a minimum $50 in commissions that you get paid. So I took that information and I broke it down to the minimum, a little bit more, just a little bit more, and top of the line, totally levels that I made up to determine how much money you make. So how much you're making the first year, or as an essential, and then as a certified, to come up with these numbers. I promise I had my husband check my math, because math is not my forte. I am very much a words person. He's much better with the numbers, so he checked my math. So it should be good to go. So let's start with doing the required. This is the minimum required per Scentsy standards. You have to have 200 PRV every 4 months. It's what's called a rolling PRV. So once you have it, say you have it in January, 4 months after January, you have to do it again to stay active as a consultant, or stay current as a consultant. If you don't get it, you cancel out. You can rejoin, just saying. But those are the requirements per Scentsy standards. I get nervous, y'all, and I talk too fast. Okay, so require your 200 PRV 1 month every 4 months. It's going to take you, just doing that minimum, it's going to take you 20 calendar months to promote to certified, to get that raise, and get that new title, and get the additional money, the raise, more part. So your first year, you're going to be an essential consultant the entire year. You're going to place 3 orders, and you're going to make $120. Not too bad. In the second year, you are going to promote in the middle of that year. So part of the year, you're going to make $40 off of your 200, and part of the year you're going to make 50 off of your 200 PRV. It's going to give you a total of $140 for the entire year. And after that, you'll be making $50 for every 200 PRV, doing just the minimum once every 4 months. That's $150 per year. So just to be clear, doing the minimum required, you're going to make $150 a year. Not too bad. You can do some stuff with that, an extra $150 a month. But what if we did just a little bit more? Just a little bit more. And I'm going to get to the what's in just a little bit, in the house, all of that, good details. But what if you were willing to do just a little bit more and do 200 PRV every 3 months? A couple of years, this is what was required for Scentsy standards. But that changed. But what if you went back to that as before? Well, number one, you're not going to get those emails every 4th month saying you have to have it or you're going to cancel. You're not going to hear from your director and your sponsor asking if you got 200 to see if you're going to stay on as a consultant. You don't have to worry about that because you're doing this every 3 months and it's just not even a worry for you at all. But it's still going to take you 15 months to promote to certified. So the first year is going to be all essential. I should have made myself some better notes. Sorry. So your first year, you're going to make $160 because you're going to place 4 orders and it's going to be at $40 each. So that's going to be $160. The first order of your next year, your second year, is going to get you that promotion, that additional pay raise. So from that point on, you're going to make $200 a year. Not too bad. Again, $200 a year, you can do a little bit with that. Maybe that's some extra Christmas money. Maybe that's some spending money for vacation. Maybe that's treating yourself to a new bag or an awesome pair of shoes. Who knows what your goals are? I hope you do because they're important. But what if you do just a little bit more, push yourself a little bit further, and you try to do 200 PRV every other month? So that's going to be 6 months out of the year. What's going to take you 10 months to promote to certified. Okay, that's not too bad. So you're going to make $260 the first year. And then the second year, you're going to be making $300 a year because you're going to be getting $50 every other month. Okay, commission runs are officially it's on the 10th. But we do have overseas regions. And so if you're in region 1, that may look like the 9th for you. Just saying. But doing a little bit more, you get 200 PRV every other month, and you're going to make about $300 a year. Again, that's a great little nest egg for emergencies or for, a month where there's too much month at the end of your money, or a little bit extra for Christmas or vacation or whatever. But again, you want to push just a little bit further, you can be the top of the line as a hobbyist and get 200 PRV every single month, 12 months a year. Then it's only going to take you 5 months to promote to certified. Awesome sauce. So you're going to have 4 months at the $40 a month. Everything beyond that will be $50. So you're going to make $560 the first year and $600 the second year and every year thereafter. It is a big jump to go from doing the minimum and making $150 a year to doing this a little bit more and making $600 a year. So what I want you to think about right now, I want you to think about what level you want to be. And then I'm going to tell you, the next 4 slides are going to tell you how to do that at every level. It's totally okay if you're a brand new consultant or you're relaunching your business or you're just wherever you are to say, you know what, I'm going to start at the bottom, but I'm going to work my way to the top. It doesn't have to be instantaneous. This is a personal growth business, and I know you can do big things in it. But first of all, you kind of got to decide what you want to do with your Scentsy business to decide how much money you're going to make with your Scentsy business, right? So we're going to cover that a little bit more later too. So let's get to the meat of how this is done, because you're thinking, I see what you're saying, and I would like to make $600 a year, but I don't know how if I can do that. You can do it. I promise. I have faith in you. So I want you to make a list of your circles of connection. This is your sphere of influence. This is your closest people. It doesn't have to be all your besties, but it kind of goes along with that list of 100 that Scentsy recommends you do as a new consultant. Maybe you're relaunching, you need to redo that, have a new list of 100, whatever. But your circles of connection, places where you already know somebody or a few somebody, so you've got a circle, a group that you can tap into. Examples, your friends, your family, your coworkers, church, life groups, Bible studies, clubs. Maybe this is a golf club or sports club, or maybe it's a bunco group. Maybe it's even clubs from your college days, or fraternities or sororities from your college days, those sorts of, maybe it's even a professional club that you belong to from your 9-to-5 job, or, you know, whatever, swing shift job, whatever you're working other than Scentsy. If you're a parent, your kids probably have friends and they have parents. And if your kids are old enough and you have kids in school, then you've got school connections, PTOs, PTAs, sports, extracurricular activities, those kind of things. This is not an exhaustive list by any stretch of the imagination. Just think about your life and all of the things that you do in a given day and the different people you encounter. And don't forget to also think about if you are, if you have a spouse or significant other, they probably have a matching list to this. The parents of kids, friends, and school connections lists may be the same. Your church is probably the same. The rest of them may be different. They have friends, they have family, they have coworkers, maybe they belong to clubs. Maybe they can help you out. It's a really fun little YouTube video. It's a tip that I learned a while back that I'm going to share with you, where you write down the name of somebody, like one person in this group. This is to help you later on, just saying, extra tip. So you write down the name of your friend Susie. Think about all the people you know that Susie knows. So Susie has a mom, maybe Susie has a spouse, maybe she has a mother-in-law, maybe she's got sisters or sisters-in-law, maybe she has grown kids, or she's in the PTA, or her child plays football or is in FBLA or what have you. So that's a circle of her connection, and that's somebody maybe she can help you tap into to help you with some of this other stuff. So, but first of all, make your list of your circles of connections. Maybe get some help from your director or your sponsor if you're really not sure where to go. Maybe even ask your spouse. Sometimes my husband sees my life differently than I do, and he can think of things that I don't. I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot I do that too. So maybe that's an option as well. All right, moving along. So if you are doing the minimum, what's required by Scentsy standards, you're getting your 200 PRV 1 month out of every 4. I want you to make a list. You're only going to need 3 circles of connections, okay? You may have more. If you have more, group some of them together to get even better results. Because the reason you need 3 is you're going to be placing 3 orders every calendar month, okay? So when it's the calendar month for you to get your 200 PRV, you're going to mark it to one of those groups. And by market, I mean you don't have to get big and fancy about it. You're just picking up your phone and you're sending messages to the people in that group, telling them what Scentsy has to offer that month. Talk to them about the catalog, the monthly special, Scent Warmer of the Month. If it's a sales month or bring back my bar month or anything like that, you want to tell them about it. But you're really just working the phone, maybe working social media a little bit, but you're only having to focus on that one group of people. If you've combined a list, then you're maybe working on 2, but you get what I'm saying. And that's the only ones you market to. And you get your 200 PRV, and you keep working it. You start early in the month, so you're not scrambling on the last day to get that 200. You're going to start right off the bat, okay? Promise me? Promise me that you're going to start working from the beginning of the month, so you've got plenty of time to pull in that 200 PRV. Because I will be honest, it's harder at this spot, just because you're not as consistent as somebody who's doing it more frequently. So you may have to work a little bit harder, but you're maybe working a little bit harder 3 months out of the year, okay? However, I do think it's important to continue to follow up on your off months as well as your on months. It's just good customer service. We will talk about that later as well because it's something we all need to be doing. Then you just repeat the process the very next year. And you're in that loop, and that's how you stay doing the minimum required. If you want to do a little bit more, you're doing 200 PRV every 3 months. You're going to want 4 groups, 4 circles of connection lists. Again, if you want to combine them, maybe you've got 8 listed. Put 2 together, 2 together, 2 together, 2 together to come up with 4. So you got 4 groups. Again, you're going to market to a different group every 3 months. So that's why you only need 4, because you're going to place 4 orders a month. Okay. So again, the marketing, same deal. You're just working the phones. You're talking to people. Have you seen that new pug warmer? Our diffusers are 10% off. Did you see the bring back my bar list? Have you seen the new catalog? You're working the phones. I do this and I totally don't make phone calls. I'm 100% a texter, but you're making sure you're spreading the word. You're going to start at the beginning here too, because again, you're not quite as consistent as somebody doing it more often. But you're going to start at the beginning, so you've got plenty of time to pull in your full 200 PRV, okay? Again, follow-up system for off months as well as on months to take care of your customers, and you're going to repeat the process every year thereafter, okay? Now you're doing a little bit more. You want to bring in that $300 a year because that's going to be your little Christmas nest egg, okay? Or it's going to be your Christmas spending money, or it's your one splurge on something awesome for yourself every year. Deal? Deal. So this time you're going to need 6 circles of connections. If you got a bigger list than that, awesome sauce. Great job. You can combine them. Make groups. So you're going to market to a different group every 2 months. That's it. So you hit them up once a year, and that's it. Every 2 months. Just like we did on the others. Every 2 months you're hitting a different group. You get all 6 of them done by the end of the year, and you make sure you're doing your follow-up system for the off month. So that's probably going to look like for you placing an order on month, delivering, make sure they like what they got on the off month, and then back and forth with your groups. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Repeat the process the next year. Okay, so now we're moving to the top of the line. You're going to get 200 PRV every single month. Good news, you don't need 12 circles of connection list. Does that make you happy? You were afraid I was going there. I know you were. And I get that because it looked like I was, but I'm not. You still only need 6 circles of connections. If you've got a list of 12, you've got double the amount of people to hit up every month. Again, you're going to market to a different group every month. You're going to follow up with the people who are ordering from you. Marketing looks the same as before. Follow-up system looks the same. And here's the kicker. On this one, you're going to repeat the process every 6 months instead of every year. Still not hard. You're only hitting each group twice a year. But what's really cool for your customers is you're hitting them up in 2 different seasons. So they are having the opportunity to purchase Scentsy from both catalogs because of the way that you are marketing to them. And I'm using marketing because it's a business term, but we all know it's just sharing. It's just sharing your personal stories, sharing what you think they might like, letting them borrow your testers, however the business looks like for you. But you're just talking to them twice a year. You're probably talking to them more than that because you're a good consultant, you're doing your follow-up, but you're really only asking them to buy from you twice a year. Tell me that that's not easy. I mean, anybody can do this. I swear anybody can do this. Everybody has at least 6 circles of connections. I guarantee you. If you want to send me an email, I'll drop my email below. If you want to send me an email, say, I can't. I will work with you and we will find your 6 circles. Okay? Okay. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. But we always bring our best. We always do as well as we possibly can. Everybody wants to give their best efforts always. I think it's important. So you want to always be providing customer service regardless of what level you're shooting for. You want to communicate well with your customers. If you are the type of consultant who collects orders throughout the month and then places it the last week, then you're going to collect orders probably for 3 weeks, collect payments that last week, place the order. Make sure that they know your plan. If they give you an order on the 4th They need to know that you're not going to place that order until the 28th or whatever you're going to do. And that you're going to follow up for payment, what have you. Make sure you place that order promptly after they paid you, per Scentsy standards, and keep them in the loop as far as delivery goes. When are you expecting the box, or are you having it direct shipped, so you let them know when they can expect their goodies, okay? Communication, customer service. Follow-up is actually part of customer service. It's not about bothering them. It's not even always about asking for the sale. You want to make sure they like what they got, so that if they didn't, then you can facilitate fixing that for them to make sure they're going to order from you the next time, okay? If you're direct, if you're like literally handing them a bag, you probably don't need to ask if they received it, but you want to follow up and ask if they like the products. I promise you this work can be done in minimal effort every month. I promise. I promise. I understand we are all busy. We all are busy. Let's just leave it at that. So it doesn't take long. I can do probably 50 follow-ups in 30 minutes flat. So I know you can handle this. Also, you may get some referrals because people are going to buy from who they know, like, and trust. Simon Sinek taught me that. But not only that, but if they know, like, and trust you, and they have friends who are looking to buy, they're going to be more likely to send that person to you, which builds your circles. Just add them to the circle that you know you need to follow up with when their time is right. So, in summary, what are your financial goals with Scentsy? Whether you got into this business for some me time or you got into it for extra money, doesn't matter. Set a financial goal. Whether you want to make $150 a year, or you want to make $600 a year, or you want to fall somewhere in the middle. Once you've decided on your financial goal, then you can figure out what level that you need to be from what we just discussed to achieve that goal. Every 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, or every month. And then I've given you some nuts and bolts on the how-tos. Don't sell yourself short and aim too low. If you just listen to that and you're like, well, I can do that. That's easy, but I really only got in this business to do the minimum. Okay, why not just, if I'm telling you it's easy, you know it's easy, then, excuse me, then do more and make a little bit extra money. Decide what you're going to do with $50 every month. Maybe you're going to take the family out for a fancy dinner. And maybe you're going to get manis and petties for yourself every month. The thing about Scentsy, this is something I preach with my team pretty often right now, is I want you to have a dream, and I want Scentsy to be the tool to help you achieve that dream. For some people, the dream may be as simple as paying the electric bill, or paying the water bill, or getting a mani-pedi for yourself. Clearly, I do not do that. Or maybe it's something really huge and you're wanting to donate massive amounts of money to various charities, or you are wanting to take your family on a Disney World vacation, or you're wanting to go sail around the world, you and your husband, when y'all retire. Scentsy can be the tool to help you achieve all of those things. So don't aim too low and sell yourself short. I promise you have some amazing things in you, and you can do this business. You can do this business as a hobby and still make significant money. Anyone and everyone can be at the top of the line level and get their 200 PRV every month. Think about how that could change your future. One other thing that I do want to share with you guys as well, you may see that while your goal is 200 a month, you're going to have months that you get more. Nothing wrong with that. That's a little bit extra jangle in your pocket, okay? And honestly, if you're new and you're starting out, you can pick one of those lower levels and be prepared to work yourself into some of the bigger levels, because if you're doing the customer service and you are doing the follow-ups, you're going to have people who contact you when it's not their month and they want to place an order, and you don't want to tell them, no, you have to wait till it's your month. No, don't do that. No. Say, yes, absolutely. I'd be delighted to take your order. And I think you're going to find over time that even though you may be focusing on your 3 to 6 circles every month or every 6 months, your circle is going to get bigger because more people are going to want to order Because if you market to them now in January of 2020 when I'm recording this, and you don't have to market to them again until January 2021, you may hear from them in the middle. Even if they don't order from you this go around, hit them up again next go around, because you never know when their answer is going to change from no to yes. So I hope this has been valuable to you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this will help you grow your business, or I hope this will help you I hope this will help your hobby go a lot smoother and a lot easier. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you somewhere along the way at a Scentsy event. Make sure you stop by and say hi.